Hey Rad Kids families, specifically the early childhood parents, you're watching this video. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I just want to let you know it's time for a new early childhood series. We're going to be starting this Sunday across our campuses in the early childhood classrooms. That's basically your babies all the way up through our pre-K kiddos. So I just want to give you an overview. Remember, these videos are intended to help partner with you because we know that you as the parents, you're the primary disciplers of your kids and you get way more time as you should with your kiddos than we do. So we just want to let you know about this series that we're starting. It's going to be called Thankfulness, and this is going to be a 6-week series, and it goes from starting this Sunday all the way through the week of Thanksgiving, that last Sunday in November. And then we'll go into a Christmas series. But let's talk about this. The intent for this series is to teach our kids about what it means to be thankful, especially during a time where our kids are taught that they are owed this or they are entitled to this. We're going to teach them about that, what it means to be thankful and how they can be thankful. So, one of the things that we will have with this email is going to be attached. You will have this attached that outlines each week, the 6 weeks. And then you will also have this as well that has the main point on it and the verse that we're going to be teaching the kids with the motions. So before I get into the specifics, let me do that. Let me show you the motions that you can be practicing with your kids as early as today, if you would like to, and just going over this. So it's the main point goes like this. It's a thankful heart is a happy heart. So let me show you the motions for that. So thankful is going to be this. So a thankful heart is a happy heart. Really simple, just 4 motions right there. That's your main point. And then the Bible verse is going to be found in Psalm 136, verse 1. And it says, "Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good." And the motions that go with this look like this. Give thanks to the Lord. So you're going to make an L like this and start at your shoulder and go down towards your waist. So give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. So point up for he, and then 2 thumbs up for is good. So that's your Bible verse that goes with this. So those are just motions that you can help the kids to remember this, what we're teaching them, and just enforce what we're going to be doing inside the classrooms. So let me break down the 6 weeks for you. One of the things that we use in the classroom is we use what's called a beginner's Bible. Most of our lessons are taught from a Bible that looks like this. Each of our classrooms, you can find this on Amazon if this is something that you wanted to get at home. They're pretty inexpensive, and we have the page numbers labeled on that the document that I showed you earlier that's going to be attached. So this is just a resource. Again, these are things that we're using in the classroom and the kids will be familiar with it. So we read the stories straight from that beginner's Bible. So the first week, which is this weekend, we're teaching the kids about the 10 lepers. And it's talking about that in Luke chapter 11, verse 19. But specifically, if you were to say, like I said, if you were to go get one of these beginner's Bibles, or maybe you already have one of these at home, it's page 405 with that. So I'm not going to go through each of them. And then when we get to the end of all of our services in our early childhood classrooms, one of the things that we do is, and it's very similar to what we do in our elementary class, we give the kids an opportunity to respond or say yes to God is what we do in the early childhood classrooms. And so there is something that the kids specifically that helps them remember. Like this weekend is going to be this small picture of a Band-Aid that helps them remember that they are to be thankful for healing. Because the 10 lepers, they weren't. None of them actually came back and thanked Jesus. If you reference this story. So that's just the first lesson. I won't go that deep with each of the weeks, but I just kind of wanted to set it up for you. The second week is Hannah's prayer. That can be, if you don't have a beginner's Bible, that can be found in 1 Samuel chapter 1, verses 1 through 20. And the response that is going to be focused on to help the kids remember is going to be the picture of a baby, because if you know the story of Hannah, obviously there's that part of that. Okay. Then week number 3, which is November 3rd. This is going to be Jesus feeds the 5,000. Mark chapter 8, verse 6. And then, so this is Jesus gives thanks and God multiplied the food. So we're going to have a little picture for the response time of fish and loaves. And then week number 4, which is November 10th, is going to be Elisha's room, 2 Kings chapter 4, verses 8 through 17. And we're going to be thankful for others. This is what we're teaching them. Let me go back to week number 2, because I don't know if I said it specifically. October 27th is when week number 2 is. Hannah was so thankful for her baby boy and that her prayers were answered. Her prayer was answered. I just want to make sure I mention that. So let me jump back and keep going. Week number 5 is November 17th. And this is the lost son. This is Luke chapter 15, verses 11 through 32. And for the response, it's going to be the little picture for the response is going to be the picture of a hug. And then the last week is November 24th. This is the creation story, Genesis chapter 1. And we're going to be thankful for everything. And the little response paper is going to be like hands praising. It's going to look something like that. So that's the overview for this thankfulness series. I pray that this is I pray that this is a helpful resource for you. And give us feedback on these videos as you watch them. If there's ways that we can improve this, if there's something that you'd maybe like for us to mention. But again, the general idea is that we're trying to partner with you and equip you so that you can get these ahead of time, because we're teaching this weekend. So if you can go ahead and go over this week, that first week, and then go over it each week, the kids we're just going to be reinforcing and repetition. If you spend any time with early childhood kids, as I know you do with the ones in your house, I know some of you serve on our Rad Kids team, but repetition is key because it helps reinforce and it helps them to remember. And that's the whole idea here. So thank you again for taking the time to watch this video and partner with Rad Kids. And I pray that you have a great week. Remember, Radiant Fall Fest is coming up soon. We're only a few weeks out for that. If you haven't already signed up to do a trunk or an indoor booth, Central Campus is really needing a lot of you to sign up. We still need people at North Campus, but as of this past weekend, I think there was only about 5 or 6 people signed up for Central Campus. So that North Campus, that doesn't mean that you're off the hook, but we need you to show up and show out as we shine the light of Jesus across our campuses at Radiant Fall Fest. So y'all have a great week.